Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts. Listen, all right, listen. We got a new Animation Chronicle card revealed, just one, but man, it's big. I think this card is really good for machine decks, specifically Earth machine decks, but we will see as we go. So this is Clockwork Knight. I don't know where the hell this happened in the anime, but, you know, feel free to fill me in down in the comment section there. But yeah, it's just like a machine support card. It's got like 2 separate floodgate effects, and it has the ability to search machines as well. But let's go over it, and then we'll talk about some of the applications here. So this is a continuous spell card, Clockwork Knight. You can activate 1 card of this card's name once per turn. You can only use the 3rd effect of this card's name once per turn. So hard once per turn on the 3rd effect, and you can only activate 1 on the field once per turn. The first effect reads, all face-up monsters on the field become machine monsters. Sure, Zombie World 2.0. It's not as strong as Zombie World. Doesn't turn stuff in grave into machines as well, but still on field does matter. Second effect, machine monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Also, machine monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. That, normally I wouldn't be huge on effects like that, but that is one, a little more significant than these kinds of effects tend to be. That is essentially a 1,000 point swing. All of your monsters are 500 boosted. All of your opponent's monsters are 500, whatever you want to call it, restricted, lowered, whatever. That's a 1,000 point swing, and especially for some of the decks you might be playing this in, machine decks tend to have high attack monsters anyway, so that swings it even more for you and takes away potential battle phase stuff, potential OTKs your opponent might have, definitely. And the last effect says that you can banish this card from your graveyard and discard 1 card as cost to add 1 Earth Machine monster from your deck to your hand. That is any single Earth Machine monster in the entire game from your deck to your hand. A lot of machines tend to be Earth. There's a couple of archetypes that are going to be sad about this. Cyber Dragon is going to be a little sad about this, that it can't search light machines, but still, I think the biggest player here obviously has to be Earth Machine. Just that deck in general, Mystery Machines, whatever you want to call that deck. The Machina, Infinitrack, Ancient Gear, Train, Therian build, that amalgamation. This card is crazy. I just feel like you've got, 1, a first floodgate-ish effect, which against certain decks like Sword Soul, they actually do get restricted there. It's not a complete blowout for them, but you are locking them out of some of their best extra deck options. Chi, which I believe needs a worm. Maybe he doesn't need a worm. I can't remember. Oh no, now I'm blanking on that. Whatever. But what it does is even playing into a board. So here's an application I thought of when I saw this card earlier today. If you're playing into the standard Sword Soul board, which is Chi, a set Blackout, and a Baronne de Fleur on the field. That's what you kind of expect to see going against Sword Soul. If you just activate this card into their board, you've already turned off their Blackout. If they let this resolve and they don't respond with the Baronne de Fleur, they don't have a worm on the field anymore. So they just cannot really do anything with Blackout now. So you've already 1 card handled Blackout, and now you're swinging all the stats on the field 1,000 points, which means Baronne de Fleur now is pretty much a de facto 2,000 attack point monster, not 3,000. And Chi Zhao is now 1,800 instead of 2,800. So they are much easier to just summon bodies and walk right over. And it is not that hard to do, especially in a deck like Earth Machine. And if they do ever want to negate this or remove it to get those 2 annoying effects out of their face, they're just going to get, throw it in grave to set you up for a free search. Not free, you do have to discard, but machines have a lot of good discards, and you search not Gear Frame. What's the card I'm thinking of? Ancient Gear Ballista searches Ancient Gear Box. The Ancient Gear Box is... you search that card every combo pretty much, and it just sits in your hand half the time. So having that as just like a super free discard is really nice. And you also do a lot of combos going through Anger Knuckle, which can then send this card to the graveyard as well to set it up for that search effect there. And I think having something like Therian's King Regulus in the game now really adds to this card. It's just like a 1 card as long as you have any machine monster in grave. He is just going to be a big ass body with a negate on him, and this card got it pretty easily. So I think this card's got a lot going for it. I'm sure there's other decks as well that are Earth Machine based. But the main one obviously has to be Earth Machine. But let me know in the comment section down below what other archetypes you think about when you look at this. And maybe it's an archetype that has really easy discards and stuff like that make this card a little bit more easy to just set up immediately if you draw it. But I really like it. I think all three effects are solid. I think the first two are solid but not broken. I think the third effect is just really good. This is just so generic like that. I really think this card has huge potential. I want to hear what other thoughts you guys have on this card, though. But I'm going to get the hell out of here. Let me know what other archetypes you think this could be thrown in aside from Earth Machine, as well as let me know any other cool applications in the metagame right now that this card could come up in and be like really sweet against there. And yeah. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we get a lot of cool new cards from Animation Chronicle. Maybe a new archetype we haven't had yet in the TCG. I'm looking out, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. But thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe if you have not yet so you can stay ready for all of this stuff I got coming. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.